What's going on, guys? My name is Chris and welcome to a quick Lego Fortnite tutorial, and today we're building a Toad statue from Super Mario. The thing I bet you've always wanted to build inside Lego Fortnite, probably not, but who cares, you're gonna get it anyway. So to start off with this build, what you'll be needing is the following: Anarchy Acres, Beach Art Boulevard, Daft Punk, Friendly Neighborhood Generics, Moss Isley, Nana Jungle, Ninjago Island, Palm Paradise, Raven Roost, and Supernova Academy, and Tomato Temple. And jumping straight into things, yes. We're gonna be needing ourselves a 16 by 16 platform, and then we're gonna be needing the 8 by 8 platform, which we're putting in the middle here. You gotta make sure there's like 2 by 4 by 4 gap on each side, and then you grab the 4 by 4 and you put it on the corners like this. It gives this like tiled effect, which looks very nice if you ask me. And then after that, you're gonna be wanting to grab yourself a floor piece, which you have to go all the way down here for, which will help you a lot. I may be using the 16 by 16 floor piece from the Friendly Neighborhood, but it's ultimately up to your preference what you want to use for your build. Put that guy right there. Next, you want to go down here to the fences and grab yourself the Ninjago fence piece right here, the 16 by 16, and place it right there and put it on both sides. So it's kind of say facing equal on repetition. I do not know where I'm taking this whole bit, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying here. And then after this, you want to grab yourself the Raven Roost wall, aka the dairy fence number 1, and make sure it's facing the same angle on all sides, going like this, which will give something really nice as we finish up with this and proceed onwards to the next plan, which is Friendly Neighborhood. You go over here to the floor piece, go to grab yourself the 16 by 16 floor, and do something like so on all sides. Look at that, it kind of gives a squared off effect, which looks really cool. Afterwards, what you want to do is you want to grab yourself the Nana Jungle, which is all the way down here, and you want to make sure this is even as my game starts to lag out and is scaring me as I've tried to record this multiple times. I don't know what's going on with PlayStation today, but PlayStation is being quite weird as I'm recording this video. And you will probably see a funny outro bit, maybe, I don't know, because it has been a genuine pain. After this, you want to go over to Anarchy Acres and start working on Toad himself. Now, while doing this, you want to make sure there's a few things here. So first off, you have to make sure 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so, and then you build it up like this. And then over here, you want to do the same thing with a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you place 3 fences following each other like this. Perfect. After that, you want to go back to the floors, go to the middle floor for Beach Art Boulevard, and I believe, I actually need to check this for myself because I do not know if this is in Supernova Academy. You also, okay, you don't really need Beach Art Boulevard, you can just use Supernova Academy. I just normally use Beach Art Boulevard for whatever reason. I just, the thing I've been using for the long side, but you just don't really need Beach Art Boulevard at all, then scratch what I said earlier then. But jumping into things, what you're doing is working on Toad's body itself by going all the way. Okay, for a minute I was scared I actually reset all the pieces and all the filters, so I thought we had to be scrolling down here way farther than we probably needed to. Which actually being real here, I'm just gonna grab stuff that we really need, which is Moss Isley and Palm Paradise, and then we just go all the way down here to start working on Toad's body itself, which is pretty simple build. What you're gonna be using is these little walls from Palm Paradise, and do something a bit like this on all sides. Yes, isn't that nice? And then you do a bit more like this, and then you do another one right by here. Then you go find yourself the Moss Isley corner wall right by here to give that sand color effect, and boom, you got Toad's body. Afterwards, you want to grab this little floor piece here. This looks something like that, and then afterwards you want to grab this wall here and put it on all sides like so. Then you go back to the walls, then you go to grab the half wall from Moss Isley. This is very simple. It gets very repetitive. You put this on all sides like this to create Toad's lovely face. Oh my god. And then after we keep on going, we keep on just creating Toad supremacy and spreading the almighty word. And we just build this up like so. And then we have Toad's facial structure built. After this, we want to go up the generics and then the Tomato Temple, as we're going to start working on Toad's actual face by putting this here and then boom, boom, like so, and then doing this once again with Tomato Temple right about there. And we replicate this on this side here, like this, and it looks pretty cool if you ask me, like so. And then afterwards, you want to grab something very similar. You do the same thing right about here, and then right about here. It's up to you which angle you want to put it in. Personally, for me, I'm gonna just have it on the opposite sides, kind of give this unique little effect going on. But after you do that, you want to grab yourself the almighty picket fence, to which we're using right back here as we kind of make sure it's even with everything, and then we boom, boom, boom. And then we want to go over here once again and do ourselves some bit more boom, boom, boom. I give this 5 big booms. The great meme resurgence is not going to stop me from making 2026 jokes that I actually really like. And we're going to bring this up here by 1 more. Boom, boom, boom. God. After this, you want to grab yourself these Supernova Academy pieces, which we'll be using over here, which are pretty exciting. What we're using is the 2x4, and we're going to be putting this right about here, like this. Isn't that nice? Yeah, you just do this. And you do that on both sides. And then afterwards, once you get this done, it's really up to what you want to do here, but what I'm going to be doing is you actually place it like this, and then, oh no, oh god, you saw nothing? Don't tell anyone that you saw this. If I hear you talk about this, I will find you. I will find you, man. Don't do it. And then afterwards, what you want to do is you put it right here. And it's kind of what I talked about earlier with it being slightly angled. And now here's why I said about it being slightly optional if you want to use the Fortnite Forever Festival pieces, as you could raise this up a bit by mating this little thing in the supports with this piece here, which you're going to be using anyway in a minute if you're also using the optional bit, as I like adding a bit more detail to my creations. But over here, what you'll be using is actually going back to Supernova Academy. We're going to be grabbing ourselves a bit more, a little pizzazz to make this thing stand out a bit more. And I'm actually going to grab Forever Festival again, because we're actually, I'm personally using it. This bit is actually a bit optional. If you want to do it for your build, you can. Personally, for me, I just like adding extra detail, as I mentioned. But we're going to be going over here and grabbing the 2x6, putting the 2x6 right about here, like so. No, I say 2x6, it's freaking 2x8. Actually, it's the 2x8. Shut up. And then I'm adding these pieces right about here, like so. And that's the top of Toad's head. Ooh, we're getting there. Isn't that nice? You can see the vision. And it's beautiful. After this, you want to grab yourself the thruster and present ourselves with a thruster trick, as we're going to be using it to place down Toad's lovely, beautiful eyes, utilizing the Daft Punk pieces. And we're going to place this going up here, like so. Something like, I believe this will work. And then we bring this down by 1. And then we delete the thruster, grab the generic Scary over here, as everything's being weird. And we grab this guy, and we place his mouth right about here. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that beautiful face. After that, what you want to do is you go back to Moss Isley, which we're going to bring over here, and then grab ourselves the roof pieces, as we're doing a bit of fun decor pieces. Make sure this is in the middle here, and then we're just going to use the little blue part there as the measurement for what we're going to be doing. Add his arms like that, then add the almighty 2x6. This time it's for real, the 2x6. Not capping, man. And then we make sure we have the 2x6 again, as this is going to be a bit different from this side, where we bring this out and have the smaller, the 2x8 be out on the bottom, like so. So you have this cool little design. And if you want to be funny and do what I did in my next Lego City video, is you can actually add a little funny thing from the Supernova Academy. If you played Expeditions at all, you can go to your decor bits. I do not know where the heck this is located at, but you can go somewhere, and it's somewhere right here. Yeah, this little piece here. I don't know if this actually is from... Actually, I don't think this piece is from Expeditions. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can add this little star here, making it look like Toad is holding a power-up star if you want to do that, which is pretty cool. But once you're done with that, it's basically the whole entire build, and I do hope you guys did enjoy this rather shorter tutorial on this funny little structure I made. I did make a tutorial on a Toad statue last year, but since they had a lot more pieces to enhance the structure, I figured I would renew it, as I've made a better version of this little boy. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this one, and if you want to see more tutorials like this in the future, down below, let me know what you guys would like to see in the future down in the comments below. I would be very interested to see what you guys may want to see from me. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely consider leaving a like, as it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new here and you like receiving support, definitely consider subscribing, as I do make a lot more Lego Fortnite content just like this. And with all that normal, just outro stuff out of the way, I want to say once again, thank you guys for watching if you made this far. And let's do something funny here. If you watch this far, I don't normally do this, but can you comment Toad Supremacy? Just comment Toad Supremacy if you made this far into the video. Thank you. But yeah, with that being said, I do hope you guys did enjoy this one. And most of all, they have a spectacular day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone. Woo! You don't know how many times I tried to record this. So I'm just jamming. In pain. For the memes.